Yiratzon, Parshat Vayechi, 5785. Parshat Vayechi, the ending of Sefer Breshit. Also the moments before Benji and Audrey's wedding that people have been waiting for 5,785 years. We want to look to the other side and just thank Morin Rabbeinu Reb Jack Greenfield. If you could turn around the camera. Thank you, Reb Jack. Thank you, the home of the Greenfields, to be Zoche, to connect physical and spiritual. We want to ask a simple question, but first we want to start with the song. Amalach Hagoeloti. Who doesn't know that song? It's one of the most famous songs, probably in the last 100 years. We sing it together with Michael, Talia, and Tanya in the first Shabbat of Kol HaNe'arim. And from there we sing it every night with the kids in the homes. Hamalach, the famous song that's in this parsha. But let's zoom into the song. The song doesn't begin with Hamalach. It begins with Yosef. Yosef looks at his Abba. He's about to leave the world. And he says, Abba, please give me a bracha. He begins to give him a bracha. What's the bracha? Hamalach hagoel oti mikol ra, says Yaakov, the angel that redeemed me from all bad. Hu yivarech et, he will bless. And we're waiting for Yosef. No. Hu yivarech et hane'arim. He will bless the children. And you look at Yaakov and you say, listen, you're a smart guy. You've been through it all. Yosef asked for a bracha, your son, who's been taking care of you, respecting you, honoring you. Just like we saw at the Reidler family, the Baruch family, together with all the extended family, celebrating Pa, who passed away at the age of 97 on Zot Hanukkah. And you realize how connected his children and he was to his children. And you're waiting, you're like, Yaakov, what are you doing? Your son just asked for a blessing. Give him a bracha. Says the Sfar Emet, he is giving him the bracha. Ne'arim was the first word to describe Yosef. All the way back in Parshat Vayeshev, it said that Yosef was Behu Na'ar. His essence, his definition was to be a Na'ar. And you can take it for negative or positive. But in a bracha, Yosef is saying to his son, Hu yivarech et ha-ne'arim, et ha-ne'arut, et ha-identity of Yosef. Yosef, you're a Na'ar. Obviously the bracha will extend to the grandchildren. But his bracha is, Yosef, you're a blessing. You're a Na'ar, you're a child. You're moving all the time. You go all the way up. You have the Katonet Pasim. You go all the way down. You go all the way up in Beit Potiphar. You go all the way down. You go all the way up. You start solving dreams. And they forget you. You go all the way down. You go all the way up. Constantly Na'ar. Na'ar from the word of Lina'er, to shake. Yosef was like a salt shaker. He would take life and shake it up. He says, that's my greatest bracha. For you, my son Yosef, to understand that you are the Na'ar that I'm talking about. You're the Na'ar that I'm asking your children and all the future generations of Am Yisrael to be able to know that you can shake things up. You can move things around. Places do not define you. You define places. People do not decide who you are. You decide who you are. And the answer for the question, why does he bless the children? Because he's saying to Yosef that the children are proof that things need to move. Children are always moving. They're moving toys from place to place. And as we get older, we become stagnant. Pa was not stagnant. Pa, every time I met him, was younger than I was. And he got younger and younger. Benji and Audrey, the Chatan and Kala, they're standing under the chuppah tonight. They're shaking everyone up. And they're saying to us the greatest blessing is to stop being controlled. To stop feeling small. I cried to Ariel Sturman a few days ago. I said to him, listen, Ariel, I just can't breathe anymore. And he spent the next 2 days shaking up the world to find a way that I could breathe. And he did it. That's our job, to shake up the land of Israel, to shake ourselves up with the memories of what's been happening in the last year and a half. We should be zocha every night when we go to sleep to realize that we're not sleepers, we're dreamers. And when we close our eyes and we sing on Malach, we're saying, I'm dreaming so I could shake up the reality that was presented to me today, as learned in the great psychologists of Luke and Jung and Aristotle, that the dream is that you take the reality of the day and you shake it up. That's the Na'ar. That's Yosef. That's Breshit. Chazak, Chazak, v'nitchazek, be'adamenu, u'be'atarei Elokeinu. Shabbat Shalom.